Hello, this is Molly Reamer with Bridget's Grove and 30 Days of Goddess with this week's mini ritual using the Daily Practice Companion deck, Womanrunes, Cut Your Own card expansions for 30 Days of Goddess, and one of our Story Goddess Oracle cards. I also went ahead and picked a little affirmation from our Joy and Nourishment cards. Those have gone out free in a couple of newsletters. One is there's going to be a reboot of them going out with our June podcast. So keep your eyes open for those little affirmation cards. Anyway, from the Great Wheel, we received, from Womanrunes, we received the Great Wheel, rune of infinity, completion, wholeness, and universality. And this is a good rune to see at this time of year when we hit the midpoint of the year. It is a reminder that even though things change, even though the wheel keeps turning, you still have plenty of time. I think sometimes we hit the middle of the year and we start to think, all the dreams and visions that we laid down for ourselves in January start to seem like perhaps like we're running out of time, and the wheel shows up to remind us that we still have plenty of time. The wheel keeps turning. It also can be a good reminder of wholeness and tending to your own wholeness. And what do you need, in keeping with our June themes for 30 Days of Goddess, what do you need to flourish into your own wholeness? It can also help you think about what is coming to a close as the wheel turns. What are you wrapping up? What are you finishing? What are you laying aside? What are you celebrating at this midpoint in the year? What have you accomplished since January? What are you feeling good about? What has come into fruition? What has bloomed? What have you planted in the darkness at Imbolc that is now flourishing and growing and blooming and thriving? So there are multiple levels to this rune. And then from the Cut Your Own expansions for June, we got the word flare. So may you trust those flares of inspiration, those flares of insight, those bright flares of joy, those flares of creativity. May you be alert for those. May you celebrate those, and may you lean into them. May you lean into your own creativity, your own joy, your own wisdom, your own knowing. May you let it flare up bright and strong. And from the original deck, we got longing. Oh, may you trust the flare of longing within you as a light to guide your way. And a practice, sit with your eyes closed for 5 to 10 minutes. I usually do this every morning before I practice yoga. After my prayer book practice, but before I do yoga, I sit on my meditation cushion and I have another prayer that I offer with my eyes closed as I sit on my meditation cushion. And this can be a really powerful practice. The companion that is equally, if not more powerful, in my humble opinion, from an embodied goddess-centered perspective, is to sit with your eyes open for 5 to 10 minutes and see what you see. And I'm going to pick and choose from the prayers. Let's go ahead and go to the little card from so these cards, some are coming out free in the weekly newsletter, along with our Joy as Resistance podcast for June. That's coming out on June 9th, if I recall correctly. And then these are also available in full to our Goddess Magic community on Patreon, which is patreon.com/goddessmagic. So embody your joy. We already talked about flares of joy and listening to your longing. But this week, may you also embody your joy. May you celebrate your joy. May you step into your joy. May you inhabit your joy. May you embody your joy. And from the Story Goddess Oracle, the Story Goddess Oracle is a progressive deck that I'm building for the Goddess Magic community in 2023. You get a new card every week there. And this one, and I've been using these in our weekly rituals lately because it's kind of nice to actually engage with the cards as they are intended to be, which is at an oracle, as a type of oracle. And so we got Nyx. And so her poem is this: listen, I am full of stars and magic. I am expansive. I am cloaked in enchantment and clothed in moonlight. I am powerful. I shine with trust and harmony. I am radiant. I am unapologetic in my glory. I am whole and holy. So may you be unapologetic in your glory this week. May you shine with trust and harmony. May you be radiant as you embody your joy and listen to your longing. And I'm going to go ahead and close with our 2 prayers. This one first. I find this one really powerful when I'm feeling fragmented. And so along with the thoughts that we were having about the Great Wheel in the midpoint of the year, this might be a good summer solstice ritual for you to sit with your eyes closed or open for 5 to 10 minutes, and then extend your hands and actually say this out loud. I call my spirit back. I call my heart. I call my soul. I call my spirit back. I am centered. I am whole. We really do, when I speak of this practice of calling our spirits back, and it's about calling our attention back, calling our spirits back. Our attention is our most precious resource, our most powerful prayer. And there's so many things that fragment us and distract us and splinter that attention. And so to consciously call your spirit back is a really powerful practice. And it's also something that really needs to be done over and over again, to call your spirit back, all those little places that has wandered, all those social media channels it lives in, all those other people's lives that your attention splinters off to be a part of, that your spirit is wandering off. Someone spoke once of the fact that we have these social media identities and these online presences, meaning that kind of parts of our spirit are wandering around in all of those channels, kind of no matter what else we're doing. So if we have blogs that we've written and newsletters that we publish and things like that, then part of our spirit is like off there doing those things, and we need to call our spirit back. And so I identify with that. I mean, it's really, and that can be really powerful. Like, how amazing that your spirit can be off touching other people's lives, even though you are maybe lying in a hammock. I just got my hammock put up for Mother's Day. Maybe you're lying in a hammock on your back deck and your spirit is still out there touching other people through your newsletter or your blog post. But at the same time, it's like parts of you are not with you. Parts of you are detached from the whole, and so we need to call our spirits back. And likewise, sorry about that, after we call our spirits back, let's offer this prayer. So call your spirit back, call your heart and call your soul, call your spirit back. You are centered, you are whole. I dedicate myself to the full living of my own life in all its joys and complexities. I dedicate myself to walking my path. I dedicate myself to being present. I dedicate myself to brave and joyful wholeness. So may you have a powerful week ahead, full of focus and trust and joy and integration and wholeness. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.